Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Rachel, and today we're going to be going through some Reddit posts. There's this interesting post that I found and I think it would be nice to share about it because it affects people, young people, myself included. So off to the Reddit post. So it reads, my mother is threatening to starve herself if I don't agree to have a baby when I turn 30. Should I give her a false promise? What's up with that? I understand that parents want their children when they get older to have families of their own. What if that is not the plan of your child? Why do parents find it quite literal to impose what their wants on their children, even beyond, even when they're already adults? I still don't get that. But we'll go ahead with the post, because whatever OP is doing, I'm like, okay, I support her. Now let's see. OP is 19 years old, her mother is 53. So the mother is forcing a 19-year-old to get pregnant. Oh, that's strange. Okay, let's go ahead and see. She's been telling me and my younger brother that she wants grandchildren once I was around 9 years old. Whoa, 9? Whoa. But not super seriously. So let's do the math. OP is, let's say she's 19, the mother is 53. So the mother had them when she was in her 30s. So she wants her children to have kids before they turn 30. Make it make sense. Is the OP's mother trying to live out her regrets of not having kids early through her children by forcing them to do things that her children are not really ready for? If my parent was telling me that from 9 years old that she wanted grandbabies, that will make me not even have kids in the first place. I'll just choose to be childless at this point. Because most of the time I find that when parents pressure you to have kids early or whatever by a given time frame, by the end of it, they promise you that they will look after the baby. You just have to give birth. They will help you raise the baby and whatnot. Then you find out, you give them the baby and you're stuck with it. They tell you that's your child, your responsibility, it's not theirs, and they're the ones who are telling you to have kids in the first place. You're having the kids for themselves. But one thing you need to remember is that however much you're being pressured to have the child, you should bear in mind, by the end of the day, it's you who is going to raise that baby, nobody else. It's just you. So are you in a right mind space, or in the right correct frame of mind? You've planned how this child is going to survive and whatnot, the requirements, the needs, being there emotionally available as well as financially available. If your mind checks no, you shouldn't be having any kids in the first place. However much you like to glorify being a single parent, it's hard. Parenting is hard. If you're going there with that mentality that all is well, it will be perfect, and you find out it's tough, you can't handle it, you start regretting the decisions that you make. But let's go ahead with this post because it's quite a long one. It says that she's been telling me and my younger brother that she wants grandchildren since I was around 9 years, but not super seriously, just in passing, at least until recently. It was OP's mother trying to manipulate them to have that mindset. Some of manipulation, For the past 2 weeks, she's been frequently like 2 or 3 times a day, which is a big jump once every few months. Whoa, she's escalating. Asking questions, making statements like, when I grow old, I'll hold your grandchildren, or you're going to get married, right? Where does this OP sounds like she's dealing with African parents? No. And each time I'm like, no, I don't want children. It was very annoying, but it ended when we told her no. Oh, finally, Opi standing up for herself. So now, in the past few days, she stopped asking my brother about it, but is increasingly pestering me about having a baby. Ooh. So she stopped with the son, now she's now with the daughter, okay? The night before yesterday, I finally asked her to drop the subject because it was getting on my nerves, and she started screaming. First, she shouted, "Who's going to take care of me when I grow old?" I told her I'll die alone. Then she asked who's going to take care of her if I pass away. I told her her son will. She calmed down and then went on about how I don't have to marry. I don't want to. I can just have a child via artificial insemination. What's up with these entitled grandparents? Guy, this the level of entitlement. Whoa. I could have one child for her. I will be a great mother, etc. Oh, Opie, don't. This smells like a trap. She said one child will be enough for me. She tells you even how many children she wants you to have. Ooh. I told straight up sounded creepy, and then she started shouting about how both of us and her brother never hug or cuddle her anymore, that she just misses holding us when we were babies. Why can't you ask your mom to go and adopt children? Adoption could work. Or maybe get a pet. It does work. Anyway, it goes on to say her children are grown up, so she wants her children, grown up children, to behave as they were behaving as babies, because she's talking about missing holding them and hugging them. Then Obi goes on to say, I really don't know what to say to that, but told her that she can't make me have a baby if I don't want one. Then she said she'll force me to. Ooh. Whoa. It gets worse. Okay. She was saying all this with a smile on her face. Oh my god, this is so psychotic. Anyway, I guess in a joking manner. But I didn't feel that jokey. I didn't reply and just ignored her. She started again a while later saying she's going to go on a strike, aka starve herself, until I have a baby when I turn 30. It's baffling. Okay? Of course I don't believe her. She's very frail and weak and cannot go without some food for more than 5 hours throughout the day. I think she's also going through menopausal because her migraines increasing and the periods are becoming irregular. I'm wondering if that could be impacting her. It could be. It could be. But this baby fever, if she still has a period, why can't she get pregnant and have another baby? Just a thought. Why I don't want a baby or get married? I don't think I have ever been attracted to any man or woman, like ever. I have babysitted a lot of young cousins, like complete newborns to 11-year-olds, and the children are just annoying. Valid points. Of course, it's different to just babysit for a few days or weeks and being completely completely responsible for the life and well-being of an entire human being. I don't think I'm built for it personally. It's good that Opi is self-aware and she's determining her capabilities of what she and cannot do, and she's very firm on her stance. I gave a thumbs up to Opi. And let's go on saying that okay, there's also a fact that I'm scared of being a bad mother. She hasn't raised me in the best ways, and I'm scared of passing on problems like she has with me and my brother. Self-esteem, both insecurity, repressed emotions, disordered eating. Wow, that's a lot. She doesn't realize she and us have problems and is even proud of some of them. Oh. Maybe Opi's mother should see a therapist. The whole family should see a therapist at this point because they have unresolved trauma. And I don't want, she goes and says she doesn't want that for a child. She had 3 failed marriages, okay? 2 failed long-term relationships as well. Wow, okay? So far, she skipped breakfast. She didn't tell me her plans in making lunch, which was unusual. And when I asked her, she said to make me and my brother sandwiches. I was baffled and told her she needs to stop being stupid and eat something. She ignored me then and is still ignoring me. She had a cup of coffee as well, which is serious because she quit caffeine 2 years ago after struggling a lot to do so, and she's just resumed. She also stopped talking to my brother. I don't know what to do. Should I make a false promise or just let her starve and hope she comes to her senses? Because I don't want to have a baby and I don't want to get married. And at the moment I promise her, she's probably going to tell the entire extended family that I've agreed to have a baby even if I ask her not to. When times come and I resist having a baby, she's going to probably lose her shit. I've never broken any serious ones, but some relatives have, and she gets miserable and fuming for weeks. Last time she was this crazy about her promise about me and my brother taking care of her when she's very old and not abandoning her. Think about 3 years ago. But she didn't threaten to starve herself and was just incessantly begging for a few hours. Because both of us quickly agreed to that, she told the entire extended family. So obviously that means a lot to her. But she's never threatened to harm herself like this, no matter the promise she made us keep. She's old, health hasn't been the best in the past decade, and changes to her routine affect her a lot, but so is this extremely worrying. Okay, before we go on to the first comments, I'd like to give my slight addition to my opinions in that for once it sounds more of an either African or an Asian family at this point. It's bringing those vibes. Anyway, I think the mom needs help because the level of manipulation she's been doing, and I think the aspect of having three failed marriages and other relationships has led her to become so much attached to her children and be so demanding because she's feeling like everything is falling apart and she's being abandoned. So advice, she needs help, and also you guys need help. And I hope if OP has a nice, safer place she can go live for a while, or is she entirely dependent on the mother? Just a thought out there, just to say. And off to the first comment. She's not old, she's 53. My mom is 75 and wouldn't talk much. So such effing nonsense. I'd honestly get a psych evaluation. She sounds genuinely unwell. The other one is saying that's manipulation for beginners. Tell her you'll be sorry to lose her and ask if she has any wishes regarding her funeral once she's starved herself to death because you care for her. She won't starve herself. Maybe she doesn't eat when you're around, but I bet she's eating enough. Or you could just one-up her. Eat away from home, then pretend to be starving at home. And say also, you'll starve yourself as you do it together. Okay. Another one said that I'm going to sound cruel, but let her do her until she gets tired of it and will eat. If she sees you will agree and make false promise, she'll try to somehow rush your promise and plaster you even more. In her mind, if you promise you'll have a baby, taken by starving herself, she sees she's closer to her objectives. And by that, she'll rush you even more and will escalate to even more scandalous threats. Will even escalate to physical harm and possible unaliving threats. Don't give in to her now. Get some professional help or let her do her thing. That's gonna be her choice in the end. It's not like you took food away from her. And others just generally telling her not to be emotionally manipulated and so forth. So that's it for our Reddit post for today. I hope you stay tuned for my next post, and remember to subscribe and click on the notification so that you'll be notified when I post the next video. And also remember to put a thumbs up and the like button. So bye, see you in the next video.